Elio bombed in the box office. Turns out it's Ellie No.
What's poppin', everybody? Episode 83, the latest in Funko news, other collectibles, entertainment, and sports, all wrapped up into one fun Saturday morning show.
Okay.
Let's dive right in.
Okay.
First off, shout out to Bobo's World.
Bobo.
He had me as a guest on his podcast, on his YouTube channel. Click on the link in the description on this show, check it out, and give that man a sub. Shout out to Bobo's World.
Do it.
New Funko Shop exclusives that dropped this week included Trenchcoat the Thing from Fantastic Four, an upgrade on the Barnes & Noble exclusive.
It's a cool pop.
One Piece Marshall D. Teach with the chance of a chase. Of course, they charge $20 USD because they put it in a hard protector. So that's what they do. They also shared other retailer exclusives, including the GameStop Mace Windu Force Lightning Death glow in the dark pop. That's
a cool pop.
awesome.
I'll give you props on that.
And the Fanatics exclusive 5-pack championship OKC Thunder for the low price of $100 USD.
Yeah, it's a little pricey, but whatever. Still cool.
On Wednesday, the Funko Shop dropped the online Fundays box of fun, 85 USD. On the drop day, there was no EQL, there was no fan rewards, early access, and it only 50% sold out that day.
Yeah, nobody cares.
But do you know how they could have sold out 100%? Making it open to Canada.
Nope.
It was not available on the Canada link.
It wouldn't have sold out anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know about
I
those
don't
boxes.
know.
Now that we've seen some of the pictures, I don't know. I don't need a Green Lantern Freddy.
Well, there's so many
There's 17 Green
Yeah.
Lantern
so many
Freddies.
lantern variants.
Yeah, why? What's the point? Why?
Everyone's gonna get a lantern.
Like, why?
You get a lantern.
You
get a lantern.
Why is there so many? Who cares?
I don't know. You're getting 3 pops and a soda. We did a whole show about.
I hope we get all lanterns.
We did order 2 boxes, so we will open them on a show for you guys and see what we get. But I guarantee you, one of us each gets a lantern.
Everyone's going to get a lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also got the first San Diego Comic-Con 2025 reveals. Check out our show from Thursday where we review them all. Also, at the time of recording, we don't know the special announcement from Friday. So we'll let you guys in on that, or check us out on Instagram. We'll share what that is. The next limited edition drop was yesterday on the 27th. Predator Sliced Arm, 3,500 piece, royalty tier level exclusive. No early fan rewards. They stopped that with the Spider-Man, Spider-Gwen one, and there isn't one for this one either.
Yeah.
So maybe they're done with early fan rewards.
Well, yeah, because it doesn't work, and then people get pissed off.
Comes in a protector, $30 USD at that tier level. Also not available on the Canada site.
Speaking of Predator, Killer of Killers on Disney Plus. That movie was awesome.
I thought you were going to go with a completely different. Jared from Subway is up for.
Yeah, I do want to see that, actually. Yeah.
It's real good.
It looks
it's sick.
sick.
Yeah.
It does look sick. Yeah. The next Funko NFT dropped on Tuesday. Marvel West Coast Avengers. Check out our pack opening earlier this week. 24,000 standard, 22,000 premium. They burned a little over 20,000 packs.
Okay, so
And most of them standard. 15,589 standard packs got burned out of 24,000.
So it was a roaring success.
Funko also sent out an email this week saying last chance to shop at their current prices because things are going up. There's also things dropping in price. We're going to do a whole show about it on the day the prices change. So check out our channel Tuesday, July 1st on Canada Day for an update. We're going to do a show all about that. In other collectible news, this is going to excite you because I know what a huge fan you are. Rocky Moto.
Love it.
They're going to be performing live at the Novo Theater during Anime Expo, July 4th.
I mean, performing.
Performing. That was the words. That is
You mean their theme song?
verbatim.
Yeah.
Performing on stage
got
at
a
the
band
Novo
now?
Theater with AJ McClain from the Backstreet Boys. The Rocky Moto Girls and AJ McClain. Funmaker Mike is pulling
gotta
out
be there.
all
Sign
the
me up.
stops.
Sign me up.
Gotta be there.
July 4th, Novo Theater during Anime Expo. They're also going to introduce at the expo more Wave 2 figures. But
Okay, cool.
look out, Backstreet Boys.
All right.
Coming soon in the Funko world, 5 new Dragon Ball GT Pops. B-Money.
These are sick.
We got Dragon Ball, Dragon
Yep.
Ball Z.
Yep.
What's Dragon Ball GT?
Dragon Ball GT is not canon to Dragon Ball Z. It came after Z. And
Okay.
it wasn't written by the creator, but he did some kind of design, so they always said it was not canon. But it is.
What does the
beloved.
GT stand for?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's just a version of the Z is the Z Warrior in
Gotcha.
when
All right.
GT is
Maybe it's Grand Theft,
yeah
like
or-
GTA.
The origin of Super Saiyan 4 is where GT.
Okay. All right.
comes from.
So Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta
Yep.
will also have a glow chase.
The chase, they should have just done it as the common is not as cool as the chase.
The chase
you got
is-
the whole
the chase
effect
look cool.
on there.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
New Batman Beyond Pops. These look amazing.
Yeah, these are cool.
Armored Bruce, Terry McGinnis will also have an unmasked chase, and glow in the dark Blight villain. These look great.
Yeah,
these
they're
are
cool.
These are cool.
Yep.
4 new Transformers Beast Wars Pops, including an Optimus Primal. If you don't remember the Transformers spin-off Beast Wars, that's nostalgia right there.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, why not?
Dia de Muertos, the Day of the Dead Pops. We're getting 2 new ones, La Katrina, Zool, and Zolo the Cat. Also, Day of the Dead, Ken and Barbie. Commons. Who asked for that?
I don't know.
Nobody.
I'm not sure about these
The
ones.
answer is nobody.
I'm not sure about these ones.
We saw a first look this week at the Peacemaker deluxe moment of the when they sing the opening theme song credits.
They announced that so long ago.
Well, now we saw a glam of it this week.
Because I remember
I remember.
we saw that pre-order. It was
Yeah.
so expensive.
Oh, it's so expensive.
And it was so long ago.
I thought we were done with the super deluxe moments, the
Yeah.
giant things. If you're a Peacemaker fan, it's pretty cool. You could probably all the deluxes you can hang on your wall.
Yeah.
But it's going to be so expensive.
Oh, yeah. But that opening scene's great. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
New season's coming.
Yep.
Soon, this summer.
A few weeks.
July or August.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's July.
We're also going to see a new Darth Vader and Ahsoka light and sound pops.
Okay.
Saw a sneak peek of those. 4 new World of Warcraft pops. One of them's going to have a glow chase.
Cool.
Not even going to try to pronounce the name.
All right.
New Mr. Monopoly. And he's on the board running to the go. Now, there was a big Mr. Monopoly phase of pops, I think 2017, 2018.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Do you remember those?
Yeah.
This one's cool because he's on the board piece.
Sure. Why not?
If you're a big Monopoly fan.
What you know, they're out there.
And you must be the Monopoly guy.
Exactly.
What movie?
Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls.
Number 2. That's right. New NFL pops. We got 49ers Brock Purdy, who just signed his deal.
Yep.
Puka Nakua, wide receiver for the Rams.
He's going to have a year.
Your Packers. He's wearing the sweater. Jordan Love
About time.
getting his first pop.
Yep.
Max Crosby for the Raiders, who also signed a massive contract.
Mm-hmm.
TJ Watt with the Steelers.
Who
Is he
hasn't-
still holding out?
I don't think they haven't signed him yet.
Ooh, I love when Funko makes a pop of the NFL and then that player doesn't
he's
there
signing.
anymore.
He's going to sign a Pittsburgh. He's not going anywhere.
CJ Stroud from the Texans, that's a no-brainer. And Debo Samuel with the Commanders. Also an exclusive Trent Williams with the 49ers. If you're going to do a Commanders pop, I think I would have done Daniels.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
why
that would have
wouldn't they do
been... Especially you're doing CJ Stroud, right?
Yeah, you should have done a Jaden Daniels. He was a killer last year.
Also, 2 new Megan pops coming soon. The new sequel actually opens this weekend. We'll talk about that in the entertainment section. There will also be a robot face exposed Entertainment Earth exclusive of Megan.
Okay.
That franchise, I mean, the first movie, I didn't watch it. I'm not a horror fan, but it did really well.
Yeah, people are into it.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's popular enough they're doing a sequel.
All right.
Devil Donald from Donald the Duck Disney, which is popular, but they're doing a blacklight chase.
Yeah, I don't really know.
It doesn't really fit Disney, Donald.
Not
I
really.
don't know.
But I like blacklight, so I wouldn't mind the chase. But
Yeah.
I don't need the common.
Devil Donald.
Yeah,
Beetlejuice moment of him in the waiting room on the
it's
couch.
kind of cool.
That's with the magician's assistant.
Yeah, it's all right.
2 new Stitch exclusives. Why am I not surprised?
Because it's a day.
We're getting Surfboard San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
We talk about new Stitch exclusives every week on the show. Every week. These ones.
It must be like a contract with Disney.
Every week?
Every week we need to have another Stitch.
And I know there's Stitch completists. I know there's Stitch fans. We have
They're
Stitch
bankrupt.
fans that order from us all the time. It's endless.
Yeah.
It's every week.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's a lot of Stitch.
Flocked Sleeping Stitch in box
Sure.
and Stitch in Sun Lounger. Those are the 2 new ones that are coming.
Killer. We have to have those.
And we saved the best for last.
Okay.
This couldn't be any better. 5 new Simpsons Pops. And I feel like they're going back. Like that last wave with the Emperor episode years ago.
Oh, that sucked.
That sucked.
That was
It
a
wasn't.
horrible
You
wave.
picked one random episode and did them all in their Roman.
Yeah, that
whatever.
wave sucks.
Stupid.
Yeah.
This one I feel like they're going back to the OG characters because there's never been a Krusty since the OG.
Yeah.
So they're doing Homer. Homer's just holding a beer. Marge, Mr. Burns. By the way, they've never made a Smithers in all the waves.
Oh, yeah.
We have never seen Smithers.
Yeah. Huh.
We got multiple Mr. Burns.
Yeah.
Glow,
Yeah.
PX,
Oh, there's lots.
the Roman one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, Lisa with Snowball the cat and Krusty the Clown. And this one is killer. He's holding the pie in the face pie
Yeah.
with Mr. Teeny the monkey
Yeah.
in the box as well with him. I am
It's a cool pop.
that's a must have.
Yeah.
They're also doing a few exclusives. Word Bubble. We've talked about how we don't really like Word Bubble.
Yeah.
Bart, Eat My Shorts Word Bubble, I could do without. But I'll tell you what, might be my first ever Word Bubble purchase.
Yeah.
Homer doing dough
Yeah.
and making the face that he makes when he says dough.
Yeah. That one's that.
That is
I want that one.
possibly.
Yeah, but you would know he would say dough without the word bubble.
Yeah. You don't really need it. Yeah. You know he's doing it.
But
so-
that might be the only Word Bubble I ever purchased.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Also, it was announced this week it was going to be a GameStop exclusive, and then it got changed to a Funko Shop exclusive. We'll see a Krusty doll with the fangs from the Treehouse of Horror.
That's a cool pop.
That's also
I'm down with that.
So
Yeah.
some exclusives, some new ones. I'm excited. I think these are probably some of the best Simpsons Pops that we've seen since the OG line.
Agreed. And in entertainment, live action, How to Train Your Dragon.
Yep.
Number 1, another 36.5 mil,
Repeated as the #1 movie.
371 million worldwide.
Okay.
Pretty decent after 2 weeks.
Not bad.
Not bad. 28 years later, it came in second with 30 million. People are saying it's supposed to be really good.
I think we kind of called that. I think
Yeah.
I think we kind of predicted it. It had a chance at first.
Yeah.
And it was close. It did 30.
Yeah.
Compared to 30, was it 36.5?
Yeah, that's pretty.
High
pretty close.
ratings.
Yeah.
People seem to like it.
Yep.
Danny Boyle came back to direct.
Yeah.
So-
People are all about it.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yep. And then Disney's Dixar about Dixar. Disney's
Exactly.
Dixar. Yeah. Sorry, Disney's Disaster. That's what I wanted.
Dixar.
Yeah.
That's how it turned out.
Yeah. Disney's Disaster,
Yeah.
Elio, came in third. Made $20 million, $150 million budget, $300 million with marketing. By the way, you spend too much on marketing. Like that's a lot of money on
They
marketing.
didn't even market the movie.
Yeah. Like what did
There
you?
was
what,
no marketing.
What did you? How many posters?
They all took bonuses and they just
Yeah.
went to go hang up a poster in a
Yeah.
bus shelter
Yeah.
in Bora Bora.
Like seriously, that's
It-
too much.
It took it in the face. It's one
Yeah.
of the worst opening Disney Pixar movies of all time. It actually might have been the worst.
Yeah.
I think it was like Last Dinosaur, Leo, and
It could be Onward as well, but that was right when COVID happened, so it had like a week at the box office.
It had one of the worst openings. It's going to be on Disney Plus in a week. It is. They took it in the face.
Well, they also released it 2 weeks after Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
They're trying to. They want the summer box office revenue, and Disney feels because one's live action and one's animated that they could do them separate weeks. I think Stitch has been 5 weeks, but
Yeah, but their parents spent all their money going to see Lilo and Stitch. Like, at least give it like 3 months.
Well, they definitely did, because Lilo and Stitch is up to $914 million worldwide.
So at least the
they're
profit, the money that they're making on Stitch, this always happens with Disney. We talked about it last year. They had all these huge flops, and then it was Inside Out 2 and Deadpool and Wolverine made Disney bank.
Yeah. And then they spent all the money from Deadpool and Wolverine on Thunderbolts. And then
I enjoyed Thunderbolts.
I liked it.
I liked it a
I'm not
lot.
saying
It was a box office failure, but I liked it.
I'm gonna get it on Blu-ray.
I heard Thunderbolts is great, and I want
good.
to see it, so I'm not crapping on Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it didn't do what they wanted to do, so they got to roll all the money from Deadpool and Wolverine to cover all their losses.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they're basically running a casino.
But then you'll have the new Spider-Man, and then you'll have a Doomsday and Secret
but
Wars.
Disney doesn't make that money.
Yeah.
Well,
Sony makes the Spider-Man money.
for Spider-Man, Disney's going to get their cut. It is
They don't
MCU
get any money.
related.
They get to do the creative, and Sony makes the money. That's the deal they made.
Interesting.
That's a good deal for Sony.
I'm telling you right now that Doomsday and Secret Wars will be two of the highest grossing movies of all time.
Absolutely.
There's
and
no
they'll
way.
be able to reap those rewards in 2032 when they get released.
And what's opening up in theaters this weekend?
F1.
I
It
wanna
will do
see
100
this so
mil.
bad.
It'll do 100 mil. It'll break
100?
It's going to do 100 mil.
think it'll be the number one movie because How to Train Your Dragon, this will be its third weekend. 28 Days didn't open huge. So I honestly feel like F1, and it's going to be IMAX.
Yeah,
Same director as Top Gun Maverick. Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt, it looks sexy.
So handsome.
Sexy as dick. Like, just. Women are going to be lining up to see this movie.
Yeah.
Like, the guy's 62 years old. Like,
He's-
enough already.
Oozes.
I'm gonna say
charm.
75 mil.
Like,
I could see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Between that and
Hundo.
80. That and 80. 75 to 80.
let's all predict it right now.
Yeah.
75 to 80.
Yeah.
100 plus.
even Hundo.
Okay, I'm gonna price this right, you guys. 90.
Okay. We'll find
90.
out. All right.
Okay.
I never know.
Also,
Megan 2.0. Creepy
Yeah.
doll, weird looking face, eats people. Part 2.
I don't know if she
Sure it'll be
eats
good.
people, but
Yeah.
the first one made bank, and so it'll make money.
Yeah.
It'll make money.
Well, it'll make money because
Yeah.
it's a horror movie.
Yeah.
But F1's going to kill.
F1's gonna do really well.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The new trailer the final trailer for Fantastic Four came out.
Yeah.
And the thing has a beard. So,
Explain that to me.
Well,
I don't know how that's going to work, but yeah, I mean, why not?
The
How
Rock.
does The Rock grow beard?
Yeah, but The Rock is his skin follicles. It's still his skin, so he's able
How
to.
does he shave? With a chisel?
Probably.
He's got a manscaped out. You know,
Yeah.
you get the new one.
He's still it's his skin. The Rock is still
I
his
understand that,
Yeah.
but never in my life
Yeah.
have I thought that he would have a beard. But
All right.
it looked good.
skin. Yeah, it looked badass.
It looked pretty bad.
I'm still not
But
excited.
that's going to be an exclusive. You know that.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only
That'll
person
be a
not excited
Funko.
about this Fantastic Four movie.
I am.
I'm not excited.
I'm gonna
I
see
am.
it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is their last chance. Fox screwed it up twice. Although the OG still holds a little place in my heart.
Yeah.
Not the sequel, but the first
I really enjoy
ever
the sequel, too.
Fantastic Four. But this is Marvel took it over. This is your first MCU Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
They're going to do it right.
All right.
I think it's going to be really good. And they said that this will directly lead right into Doomsday. So
Okay.
you know there's going to be a bonus credit scene. I'm all in. I'm going to see Fantastic Four opening weekend
So it's going to lead right into Doomsday. That's being released when?
next Christmas.
Yeah, so-
2026.
You'll have to rewatch it again to find out. Remember why.
Well, by then it'll be
it'll be on
streaming.
Disney Plus. So you'll be
Yeah.
able to. Why is it going into Doomsday? So
So we have a whole year and a half between movies now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
they're gonna put something out in the summer.
they put back
I guess Spider-Man's out.
Spider-Man will be before Doomsday
July.
anyway.
Yeah.
But then it'll be a while. Anyway.
All right.
Okay.
First trailer for the new Ron Howard movie called Eden. Cast is stacked. Not just because Sydney Sweeney's in it, but it's also Jude Law, Ana de Armas, and Vanessa Kirby. So you don't even have to have the volume on to watch this movie, and it'll do great. So,
I don't even care what's going on. I don't care. But it does look like
it looks pretty cool.
It looks like an intense thriller, and I haven't seen a Ron Howard movie in a while.
Yeah, he's doing it.
It was cool seeing him on the studio. With the cameo.
Yeah, he's living off his Apollo 13 money.
He's good. Yeah, he's
good to go. Good to go. New trailer for Toxic Avenger with Peter Dinklage.
That made no sense to me.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Peter Dinklage is the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Could be interesting.
I mean, it looks funny. It looks so like it's going to be over the top gory.
Yeah.
2 reasons. I watched this trailer. One is going to be it's the same producers as Terrifier 3, and also because during the trailer they literally had to go like put up a censor card.
Okay.
With what he was doing to people.
Okay.
But it also looked extremely funny. So it's going to be
Did they release the R cut
horror
or just
comedy
the regular? Because sometimes they put out a Red Band trailer with all the gore.
No, this was censored, and I think it was to be on purpose to go, you're not going to want to miss this because it's that gory.
Gotcha.
And not actually show you the gore in the trailer.
Smart.
But it looked funny. It's Peter Dinklage is that's not what I had in my head.
Yeah.
He's an amazing actor.
Well, he's probably just doing the voice, right?
No.
Even when he turns into the
Yes. Even when you think that the sludge would make him taller.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Wow.
So like he's an insanely talented actor, and he can do comedy. We saw him in Elf, the movie with James, the brothers.
Oh, right.
They were both con men.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember the name of that movie, but it was pretty good, actually.
I hadn't seen it. I know it's called Brothers. Who is the Brolin?
Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
Josh, not James.
It was
Josh
decent.
Brolin.
It was decent. I thought it was pretty funny.
So Dinklage can do drama, comedy. He's an insanely talented actor. But just Toxic Avenger, it just didn't.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about that.
I don't know if that fits.
But
anyway, all the power to him.
Yeah, go for it. Why not?
It looks funny, though. Okay.
Yeah, so there you go. Aaron Sorkin is coming back to write, and he's going to direct the sequel to The Social Network. Social Network is possibly
one of the best movies of all time.
Perfect movie.
Perfect movie.
Perfect movie.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do a sequel. That'll be interesting, I guess.
It was what's his name from Seven that directed the first one?
Fincher. Yeah.
David Fincher directed it, but Aaron Sorkin did write the first movie. So he's going to write and direct this sequel. I did read that it's going to be based on the 2021 Wall Street Journal article about Facebook.
Okay.
And be a more modern take on it, because I think The Social Network was
a long time ago.
2010?
Probably somewhere in that area. Yeah.
Like it was a while ago.
So no word if Jesse Eisenberg
2015
or Garfield, and no
word on that. The only word is it's going to happen, and Aaron Sorkin's going to do it.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that works out.
Okay. Sure. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
And Denis Villeneuve. Denis Villeneuve. Denis Novar is the Dune director. That's how you say it in America.
Villeneuve.
Yeah.
Okay,
say it again.
Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah, that guy is the director of the next James Bond movie.
That was announced this week.
So you know it's going to be good.
I am one of the few that hate the Dune movies.
Yeah, but he's a good director.
But he is an insanely talented director.
Yeah.
And as much as I find the Dune movies about as boring as watching my
sand,
it is so boring. I know that he's an insanely talented director, and visually, the man knows how to put together action and
Prisoners, Arrival,
cinematography,
Blade Runner.
He's gonna kill it.
Banger after banger.
He's gonna do.
Who's the new James Bond?
Not announced.
They haven't announced it.
Not officially. The last rumor I heard was Aaron Taylor Johnson, but who's in the new 28 Years Later. That's out right now.
Yeah, I think he was kind of hinting about that at the premiere.
That's the rumor, not official, but is official that he's gonna direct the next James Bond movie, and it'll be for Amazon Prime because they bought MGM,
Right.
And then the Broccoli family, who'd owned the James Bond rights for 60, 70 years, sold them back to Bezos.
Right.
So this will be the first non-Broccoli family-related James Bond movie since Dr. No.
Yeah, they wanted to concentrate more on the Green Giant line of vegetables that they do. So, which I can understand. It's a thriving industry right now. So I'm happy for the Broccoli family.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Green Giant.
I always thought it was hilarious that it was...
My Pepe worked there.
I always thought it was just James Bond.
Barbara Broccoli.
Brought to you by the Broccoli family.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. I know that's your name.
When her dad
but,
died, it was the daughter, Barbara Broccoli, that took over.
I always found that funny.
The Broccoli family.
Okay.
Can you imagine if she had married somebody whose last name was Zucchini and then she hyphenated?
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. I want to say no one has the last name Zucchini, but someone probably
Somebody
does.
probably does. Somewhere in Italy.
Like someone has the last name Chesterfield somewhere.
Antonio Zucchini.
Rick Chesterfield. That's that guy's name. That's that guy over there, So, anyways.
All right.
New TV recommendations.
Yeah.
Okay, Survivor's on Netflix. I kind of saw this, but I didn't know if it was any good. Is it like Lost, or what's the story with it?
It's got a real interesting vibe. I'm still gonna watch it. These are all shows that are next on my must-watch list.
Okay, yeah.
And that people are recommending, and we like to recommend shows to you guys. You guys, you finally started
Stick's great
on Apple TV.
So good,
We're both caught up to the current episode.
Yeah.
So if you missed that announcement, watch that show because it's friggin' brilliant and funny.
Yeah.
But these are some shows that are on right now that people are talking about that are shows that I'm gonna start binging.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Department Q.
Yeah.
I've been looking at that too. Looks pretty good.
That's also on Netflix.
On Netflix too.
Yeah.
And We Were Liars on Prime.
Yeah.
We Were Liars. What's
We
that?
Were Liars.
We Were Liars.
It's just a thriller.
Interesting.
It's always it's like those I Know What You Did Last Summer kind of thing to it. It's just sexy college age actors. And somebody killed like Pretty Little Liars.
Okay. All right.
That kind of vibe to it.
Cool.
From what I saw in the trailer.
All right. Sure. And then last week, Ironheart premiered on Disney Plus.
And did not get good reviews.
People said it sucked ass.
Which shocks to me because it's
Don't
coming
say that because it's racist to
from
be
Ryan
if you're white.
Coogler, but
but he had nothing to do with it. He's just on the producer
he's
credit.
on a producer credit. But I don't know. I
have no desire to see it.
No, you know what? I'm not gonna watch it. I never watched Ms. Marvel.
I watched the first episode and shut it off.
I couldn't do it. I think I did too. I think I watched the pilot and I went,
yeah.
I've watched every single Marvel TV series and movie there's ever been. Ever.
Yeah.
But Miss Marvel, and I'll probably skip
Yeah. They had to take a bunch of that Deadpool Wolverine money and put it into Miss Marvel and cover those losses. Right there.
And Ironheart, looks expensive, but I don't know. I hope it gets the views it deserves, but it's not my taste. I don't know if I'll watch it.
Nope. I started watching some show on Netflix yesterday. Now I can't remember the name of it, but it was pretty good.
I started season 2 of Tires. There's one episode where his cousin that runs the tire place,
that guy kills me,
was looking through his dad's old files for the last time that there was an inspection done in the building because they found black mold.
Okay.
The guy wanted to know the last time the inspection was done.
Yeah.
So he files through this old files written in the cabinet and finds a Polaroid of his mother nude. And then I had to confront his dad and go, were you having an affair? Were you cheating on mom?
Yeah.
No, or is this mom? Because either way, I'm traumatized. And I was dying laughing.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, and then what Shane Gillis does with the photo when he finds it, which I can't say because we'll get banned on YouTube.
Okay, well, I got to watch that. It's
so funny.
I'm doing that this weekend.
That show is hilarious.
So,
okay.
And in huge TV news.
Yeah.
In the season 36 finale of The Simpsons, during a flash forward reveal set 35 years in the future, Simpsons family and friends mourn over the loss of Marge at her funeral. Which is sad.
Mic drop.
Super sad. But nobody likes Marge.
She is a little annoying.
She's annoying.
And it's 35 years in the future.
It's 35 years in the future, so it was just a sad like something unlike The Simpsons, and even showing off they rarely kill off a character. Like I remember when they killed off Ned's wife. It was at a motocross or a indie race, and she got hit by a tire. It was just so random. And then Ned was a widower.
Yeah.
But they rarely kill off characters. So it's, to see I think it's just emotional because 36 seasons.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna know that they're all there mourning Marge.
Yeah, but it's 35 years from now.
Yeah.
Although The Simpsons will still be on.
Probably.
But I mean, I'm just saying.
Season 71.
It's sad.
They're all old.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't have to show the cremation of Marge.
That was a little dark.
Oh, that was a little dark. They went a little, that was a little. I mean, we didn't need that, but that was a little over the top. But what are you gonna do?
And in sports, just a bit offside with kdogandfish. NHL draft started yesterday, continues today, all day Saturday. Projected first overall pick, defensive Matthew Schaefer from the Erie Otters of the OHL.
Sure.
First overall pick, projectedly. We don't know at the time of recording.
Yeah.
To the New York Islanders. They had the first overall pick.
Yeah, because they're not very good.
And not very good.
But Islanders are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get to live in New York. That's a good time.
NBA Finals. Last Sunday, Thunder won Game 7. It was really sucked that Halliburton tore his Achilles at the beginning of the game. He was done. They may not even have him for next season.
No, well,
You should go to Aaron Rodgers' doctors because apparently he can recover from a torn Achilles.
That is true.
In about 6 weeks.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers popped right back. But
Yeah.
they're hoping for playoffs. Same with Tatum and same with Lillard.
Yeah.
They all wore number 0.
Oh, conspiracy theory?
All of them wore number 0.
So the Thunder, without Halliburton, the Thunder easily won that game. I actually found it was tight the first half.
It was tight in the first half.
And then the second half, Thunder ran away with it.
Yeah.
103-91. Canadian-born Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, won Finals MVP. He is one of a handful of players that won the scoring title, the regular season MVP, and the Finals MVP in the same season. The only other people to do it, Shaq, Kareem, and Michael Jordan did it 4 times.
He's amazing, and it's hilarious.
And SGA. That's
it's so funny that the Clippers gave him up in the Paul George trade.
God.
And then gave what? They gave him like 5 first-round picks or whatever. and then SGA for Paul George in the Kawhi deal when he left Toronto.
Yeah.
And now look at the Clippers. Kawhi is still there, never plays. Yeah. And Paul George is he in Philly now?
Paul George,
he's in Philly.
Barely
Also
plays.
never plays.
And injured.
Injured, yeah. And you guys gave up
The
SGA.
Clippers just traded for somebody. Literally just traded for
Oh, really? I didn't hear that. No,
Wiggins? No, they just made a trade.
Oh.
Yeah,
Right.
like a couple days ago.
All right, whatever.
Anyways,
all right. Yeah.
Also, the NBA draft was this week after the debacle that was the draft lottery, where the Dallas Mavericks had a 1% chance of they were in the play-in tournament, squeaked into the NBA lottery, and somehow miraculously got the lottery ball for the first overall pick because that was off camera.
This might be rigged.
That was rigged.
Might be rigged.
Hey, give up Luka to the Lakers, and you'll get the first overall draft pick, which is going to be Cooper Flagg. So that, and of course, it's rigged.
Yeah.
You tell me on what God's green earth the amount of ping pong balls that the Mavericks had, where they could have gotten the first overall pick, and it showed up conveniently in the year that they did the Luka trade, which nobody understood
all you
at the
need
time.
is one.
Yeah. Well, it happened, and I just want to say
lies.
I'm happy for the general manager of the Mavericks now.
Yeah.
They can get rid of the security. You can move back to your home
Yeah.
because he's been living in his office since that trade.
He can't leave.
He hasn't
The
left
fans hate him.
He hasn't left the arena. He's been living in the Dallas arena.
You tell me right now
in the
that
basement, like that guy in Die Hard 2.
Tell me right now if they had not done the Luka trade, that they would have gotten that pick and then had Luka and Cooper Flag. No.
Well, that would have been great.
No.
Yeah.
So that was rigged. Cooper Flag, projected first overall from Duke, 18-year-old phenom. He did get chosen first overall.
Yeah.
Dylan Harper, second, went to the Spurs. We were talking about that off camera.
Yeah.
The Spurs just keep racking up top 3 draft picks.
Yeah.
With Wemby, it's crazy. Third overall, VJ Edgecombe went to the 76ers. The two interesting things of note, Ace Bailey from Rutgers was projected like second or third overall, but he refused to work out for any teams. He refused to do meetings. He bailed on a meeting with the 76ers, and everyone feels like he did all that because he wanted to drop to a better team than the top teams that weren't the Mavericks.
Probably.
So
But-
he did it on purpose.
It's not a good look for you, though.
He looked like an asshole.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
So he went to Utah 5th overall, which good luck now.
That's not great either, man.
It's not great,
Yeah.
but I don't know if that worked out for him. And then I have to go off on this one last point. Our hometown Raptors had 9th overall pick and took SC forward Colin Murray Boyles. He got picked and just instantly got up, was putting his hat on, shaking his head, and you could see his mouth. We're going to show it to you guys. He mouthed the word f***. He just went and while he's shaking his head, put on his hat, hugged his mother, went on stage and was like shaking at Silver's hand. And I'm like, that made me so mad as a Canadian, as a Raptor fan. Like, you don't even realize that when your name is called that you have that many cameras on you. You can just pretend, say in your head. I was so mad.
But don't you know going into it what team you're getting? They call you beforehand, don't they?
No. Well, I guess no. They actually only do that for NFL.
Oh, okay.
So anyway,
Better go buy a parka, bag.
yeah, you don't want to be a Raptor. I'm gonna look at this camera. You don't want to be a Raptor. Off. That's my message to that guy. I hope you get frostbite on your dick during a Toronto blizzard.
We're
All
only
right.
kidding. He seems like a great guy.
No, he doesn't. He seems like an asshole. All right, finally, NFL, Aaron Rodgers, who finally signed his deal with Pittsburgh, went on Pat McAfee this week and announced for sure, he made it official, this is my last season playing quarterback in the NFL.
I think he's going to have a good season.
So
I'm excited. I'm actually excited to watch. I always like watching Pittsburgh, but
But they also got DK Metcalf.
I mean, last year was fun watching them because of the quarterback.
Yeah. Wilson
versus Fields. But yeah, I mean, I think he's going to have a good year.
I think it'll be interesting. I think they're going to be better off than having Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
But it'll be the Aaron Rodgers goodbye tour.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Again, if they do well,
Yeah.
they don't want to do too well because you need to get a quarterback. And they're going to end up going 9-8. What if they go 10-7?
Yeah.
They're going to go to the first round of the playoffs.
They will.
But the AFC is too tough.
Yeah.
They're not going to beat Baltimore or Kansas City or Buffalo.
Nope.
They're not that good. So then you're going to get a lower draft pick, and you're not going to be able to get another quarterback, and you're going to have Mason Rudolph starting again.
So should they have just
not that I'm crapping on Mason Rudolph.
No, he sucks.
No,
Should they have stuck with Mason Rudolph, get 3-4 wins, and then draft a quarterback?
Well,
Or you get Aaron Rodgers. You're right. They're going to win 9 or 10 games.
You have to have
That's it.
a quarterback. That's all there is to it. And there's none available. And Rodgers, I mean, I hope Rodgers has a good year because it'd be a great swan song for him to go out on. And by the way, if you actually look at the stats, the second half of the season last year with the Jets,
He played well.
He played really well.
Yeah.
He played well.
I'll give you
So can't crap on Aaron Rodgers.
41.
It's, I think it's going to be great TV.
But he also plays the Packers and the Jets.
Oh yeah. They're
Both of his former teams this season.
Yeah.
And the guy who played for Pittsburgh last year is now Justin Fields is the Jets' new quarterback.
Yeah.
So that'll be all of it interesting, but it'll be jersey swaps. It'll be
Oh yeah, let him have
the Aaron Rodgers farewell tour.
Let him have his farewell song.
Yeah,
It'd be
but
fun.
he announced it, so it'll be interesting. Anyway, that's going to do it for this show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. That's going to wrap episode 83, the latest in Funko news, collectibles, entertainment, and sports. We really appreciate you guys tuning in each week. Tell us your favorite part of the show in the comments. Click the join button to become an exclusive member of the channel for bonus content, live shows, discounts on the website, and more. Until next time, I'm Fish.
K-Dog.
We'll see you again soon.
That guy for the Raptors is going to change his tune once he hits one of those strip joints in Toronto.
We have the best ones.
We have the best strip joints in North America.
Shout out to Zanzibar.